In the 80s, he ran one of the biggest cocaine trafficking operations in the U.S., raking in millions a day. He was known as the Godfather, Michael Harry O. Harris, or Harry O on the streets. He spent 33 years in prison. But even behind bars, he built one of the most prolific music labels in the world.
1, 2, bring it to the folks. Snoop Doggy Dogg and Dr. Dre is at the door.
His investment with Suge Knight would launch the iconic Death Row Records, giving rise to hip-hop legends Snoop Dogg,
Rolling in my 6-4.
Dr. Dre,
What everybody's saying.
and Tupac Shakur.
All I want is money plus the fame of a simple way.
What became known as gangster rap, literally changing the music industry forever.
It's like this and like that and like this and
Until violence and the death of iconic artists would derail the dream. When the label erupted and went bankrupt, many thought it was the death of Death Row. But oh, were they wrong. In a surprise pardon in the final hour of his presidency, Donald Trump commuted Harry O's sentence. And once freed after 3 decades, he emerged a man on a mission, picking up where he left off. He's not only launched new music and film studios to promote a new slate of artists, he's also partnered with rap icon Snoop Dogg, reviving a new Death Row label, this time in the metaverse. It's a redemption story like no other. The new Chief Operating Officer of Death Row Records at the helm of Boss City Studios.
It was an awe-stroking moment. I'm riding in the car with my folks and we're coming back from the prison. I just had a presence of mind and I just says, I don't feel it. And they says, what? I said, I don't feel what I just left. And that doesn't mean I don't feel the souls that I left in prison. But for that moment, I felt like I had never been in prison. That's how powerful freedom is.
In the gritty streets of Los Angeles, where ambition often walked hand in hand with peril, one name emerged that would become both feared and respected: Michael Harry O. Harris. His journey from Kingpin to music mogul and ultimately to redemption is a tale few truly know. But how did this man, who once commanded the underworld, end up behind bars? And what role did he play in building one of the most legendary hip-hop empires? Born in the heart of Los Angeles, Michael Harris's early life was marked by hardship and survival. But he was no ordinary hustler. He had the mind of a strategist. Harry O was smart, real smart. He knew how to turn small-time dealings into a full-scale operation. He wasn't just in it for quick cash, he built an empire. By the late 1970s and early 1980s, Harris had made a name for himself in the drug trade, but his ambitions didn't stop there. Amidst the rise of hip-hop, Harris's vision took an unexpected turn. Behind the scenes, he became an essential financier of a label that would change music forever: Death Row Records. Without Harry O's initial investment, Death Row might not have reached the heights it did. He saw, teaming up with Suge Knight, Death Row Records launched the careers of Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, and Tupac Shakur. But the success was as explosive as it was fleeting. Harris's empire began to unravel, leading to his arrest in 1988 on serious charges. He was convicted on drug trafficking and attempted murder, tied to operating a large-scale drug enterprise in Los Angeles, sentenced to 25 years to life. Harris's fall from power was swift and unforgiving, but prison wasn't the end of his story. It was the beginning of his transformation. He never lost that spark. Even in prison, he stayed connected, kept his mind sharp, and started thinking about life beyond those bars. From the confines of his cell, Harris continued to influence the world outside, offering advice and maintaining relationships that spanned beyond the walls. In 2021, Harris's fate took an unexpected turn. Among the final acts of President Donald Trump's administration was a pardon that set him free. After the pardon stated that this isn't just a second chance for me, it's a new chapter, one I intend to write carefully. Harry O's story speaks to the larger narrative of criminal justice reform. It's about redemption, but also about what we do with that opportunity. Today, Harris is a different man, a voice for change, and a reminder that even those with the darkest past can find light. While reflecting on his past struggles, Harris said, "I know what it means to fall, but I also know what it takes to stand up again." That's the message I carry through it all. Harris's legacy remains intertwined with hip-hop, justice, and the hope of redemption. Michael Harry O. Harris's journey is more than a story. It's a testament to resilience and the power of change. From Kingpin to influential figure, his life is a reminder that it's never too late to rewrite your legacy. Subscribe for more deep dives into the untold stories of influential figures who shaped history.
Thank you. Madison Square Garden. I got to thank God for allowing me to speak in front of you today. I got to tell you something else. God is great. Can I get a second? I got to tell you another secret, though. If it wasn't for Donald Trump, I wouldn't be standing here today. So I want to thank President Donald Trump for allowing me to stand in front of you here today. It's a bigger story. I'll let you know about it. God spoke to his heart. And Donald Trump signed with his heart my release after 33 years.